Some candidates for mayor who were told that they'd have to run as write-ins in the general election after allegedly not receiving the minimum number of votes required in the primary wrote to the Guam Election Commission questioning the applicability of the law. On Friday, the GEC informed them they're back on the ballot after a thorough review of precedent.
So with the letters that we received from the mayoral candidates, the Guam Election Commission went back and did research. And we found that in the past, specifically in 2000, the Guam Election Commission was faced with the same issue about not meeting the threshold to go on to the general. So back in 2000, according to the minutes and according to the results of the 2000 primary election, they used the district-wide number. So as the Guam Election Commission, in its standard practice, always tries to be as consistent as possible within the law. So with the interpretation back in 2000, we want to let the candidates know that because of their requests, we went back further and all the way back to 2000 and found those minutes, and hence we will now use the district-wide number for the threshold.
Pangilinan said the matter will be discussed further at the GEC's August 13 meeting. Now the following candidates won't have to run as write-ins: Agana Heights Republican candidate for Mayor John McDonald, Chalampago Ordat Republican candidate for Mayor Timothy Flores, Hagat candidate for mayor under the Democrat Party Mark Charfaris, Democrat Vice Mayor candidate Ruben Herrera, Humatak Democrat candidate for Mayor Gilbert Uggan, incumbent Republican Mayor of PD Jesse Alleg, Santa Rita Sumay candidate for Mayor Jana Luz Salvador, incumbent Republican Vice Mayor of Tamuning Albert Tovis, and Zonia Republican candidate for Mayor Debbie Lujan. Alleg and Charfaris were two candidates who wrote to the GEC.
I'm thankful for the Election Commission's work to entertain our requests to reverse the decision. And I'm, of course, elated that they have decided to place our names on the ballot.
I read the law myself, and I believe that there was a misinterpretation. And you got to understand that there's an or there. And the reason why they put an or there was to facilitate a low voter turnout. So if you don't have the 300 votes for mayor, then it goes to the or 4% of the votes cast in that election. And so the other reason why that I said that it applies only to Agate was because what the initial interpretation was the 4% had to come out from the 18,000 plus cast votes island-wide. It doesn't make sense because I am not an island-wide candidate for mayor. I am only a candidate for the village of Agate. I would like to commend Maria Pangilinan, the staff at the Guam Election Commission, and the commissioners, because this has been a very trying and emotional issue for both sides. But under the leadership of Maria Pangilinan, they didn't have their personal feelings get involved. They did their research.